Talmud Bavli, Tractate Shabbat 5a. Rabbi imposed liability only in the case of a covered-in private domain. For we say that a house is as though it were full, but not in one which is uncovered. And should you answer here too, in our Mishnah it speaks of as it as covered, I might retort that it is well of a covered private ground. But is one liable for a covered public ground? Did not Shmuel bar Judah say, in the name of Rav Abba, in the name of Rav Huna, in Rav's name, if one carries an article 4 cubits in covered public ground, he is not liable, because it is not like the banners of the wilderness. Rather, said Reb Zera, the authority of this is the others, for it was taught. Others say, if he stands still in his place and catches it, the thrower is liable. If he moves from his place and catches it, the thrower is exempt. Now it states, if he stands in his place and catches it, the thrower is liable. But surely there must be depositing on an area 4 handbreadths square which is absent. Hence, this proves that we do not require a place 4 by 4. Yet perhaps only depositing on such an area is not required, but removal from such may be necessary, and even in respect to depositing too. Perhaps it means that he may spread out his garment, that he spread out his garment and caught it, so that there is also depositing on such an area. Said Rabbi Zera, our Mishnah also means that he removes it, the article, from a basket and places it in a basket, so that there is depositing too, in a place 4 square. But his hand is stated, learn, a basket in his hand. Now, that is well of a basket in a private domain. But a basket in a public ground ranks as a private domain. Must we then say that it does not agree with Rabbi Yossi, the son of Rabbi Yehuda? For it was taught, Rabbi Yossi, son of Rabbi Yehuda, said, if one fixes a rod in the street, at the top of which is a basket, and throws an article and comes to rest upon it, he is liable. For if he agrees with Rabbi Yossi, son of Rabbi Yehuda, where the master of the house stretches his hand without and places an object in the poor man's hand, why is he liable? Surely he merely carries it from private ground to private ground. You may say that it agrees with Rabbi Yossi, son of Rabbi Yehuda. There it is above 10 handbreadths. Here it is below 10. This presented a difficulty to Rabbi Bahu. Is then a basket in his hand taught? Surely his hand alone is stated. Rather, said Rabbi Bahu, it means that he lowered his hand to within 3 handbreadths of the ground and accepted it. But he stands is taught. It refers to one who bends down. Alternatively, he is standing in a pit, Another alternative, this refers to a dwarf. Rava demurred, does the Tana trouble to inform us of all these? Rather, said Rava, a man's hand is accounted to him as an area 4x4. And thus, too, when Rabin came, he said in Rabbi Yochanan's name, a man's hand is accounted to him as an area 4x4. Rabbi Abin said in the name of Rabbi Lai, in Rabbi Yochanan's name, if one throws an article and it alights on his neighbor's hand, he is liable. What does he inform us? That a man's hand is accounted to him as an area 4x4. Surely Rabbi Yochanan already stated it once. You might argue that is only when he himself accounts his hand such. But where he does not account his hand as such, I might say that it is not so. Therefore, we are informed otherwise. Rabbi Abin said in Rabbi Lai's name, in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, if he, the recipient, stands still in his place and catches it, the thrower is liable. If he moves from his place and catches it, the thrower is exempt. It was taught likewise, others say, if he stands still in his place and catches it, the thrower is liable. If he moves from his place and catches it, the thrower is exempt. Rabbi Yochanan propounded, what if he throws an article and himself moves from his place and catches it? What is his problem? What is his problem? Said Rav Ada bar Achba, his problem concerns two forces in the same man. Are two forces in the same man accounted as the action of one man? Hence, he is liable. Or perhaps they count the action of two men. The question stands over. Rabbi Abin said in Rabbi Yochanan's name, if he puts his hand into his neighbor's courtyard and receives some rain and withdraws it, he is liable. Roser demurred, what does it matter whether his neighbor loads him or heaven loads him? He himself did not effect removal. Do not say he passively receives rain, but he catches it up. But removal must be from a place 4 square, which is absent. Said Raichia, the son of Rav Huna, each catches it up and rebounds from the wall, but even on the wall, does it not rest there? It is, as Rabbah said elsewhere, it refers to a sloping wall. So here too refers to a sloping wall. Now where was Rabbah's dictum said? In connection with the following, for we learnt